Hi everyone, it's Tara here and thanks for joining me for my week 28 pregnancy recap. I am going to try and get this video done rather quickly because it is extremely muggy and I feel like I am melting in front of the camera, even though I don't have any fancy lighting up. So apologise if it is a shorter video than normal, which some people would prefer. Anywho, moving on. This is the first week of my third trimester. I don't know if that's psychological because I knew it was the start of the third trimester, but I do feel like I've got heavier and I've slowed down. Simple tasks this week felt a bit harder. And like I said, I don't know if that's a psychological thing because I knew that it was the first week of the third trimester. And in my mind, everyone speaks about the third trimester as being quite hard because you do get much bigger and you're on the home stretch. Week 28, baby, according to the What to Expect app, is the size of a lettuce head. I went to see the midwife who will be my ongoing midwife from now on, and she had a check of baby, and the baby apparently this week started to move into position, or is meant to start moving into position. If you watched my last video, you may remember that I said the baby was in an oblique lie, and this midwife is not worried yet. She said there's still plenty of room for the baby to move around. She said to keep doing the exercises that I've been doing, and she will worry about it if we get to the stage where, I'm at 34 weeks, 35 weeks, and the baby is not in position. That's when we start to stress a little bit. So I feel a bit better after seeing her. Few symptoms this week that have turned up a notch are my heartburn. Heartburn has certainly, I've had it pretty much every day, which I was so lucky at the start of my pregnancy. Touch wood, didn't have it until maybe a few weeks ago where it kind of started to kick in a little bit if I was eating spicier foods. This week I feel like everything I eat is causing heartburn. So I've been having some Gaviscon, some chewable quickies, and then the Gaviscon drink to try and help alleviate it. I also noticed this week that when I got home from work, I had probably a bit more swelling in my legs, or my feet and ankles. So when I got home, my ankles and feet were quite swollen. So I'd just get home, put my feet up to try and relax them a little bit. And I've been trying to do exercises throughout the day to try and make sure that I'm not sitting at my desk all day and I get up so that my poor little ankles are coping okay. But I definitely have noticed the swollen ankles and feet this week. My belly button is still an innie. It still has not popped out. Like I said, it might not. But there's a little update on my belly. Sleeping has been a bit of an issue this week. I've had a bit of insomnia. I have no issue getting to sleep because I'm always so tired. And I have been trying to listen to my hypnobirthing audiobook before I go to sleep, but it's actually so relaxing that it puts me to sleep. So I have to start listening to that audiobook in the morning instead, which, you're meant to practice the breathing and everything before you go to bed. I'm just finding it very hard to stay awake. But then I wake up at like maybe midnight, 1 o'clock, and I'm awake for a few hours. I should probably start listening to it again then, and it might put me back to sleep. Some of the reason is I have a bit of discomfort in my hip. Both hips kind of feel like I'm getting cramping in them. So if I sleep on one side for too long, I feel the cramping. So I'll switch over and vice versa. Excuse me. I feel like I'm constantly just, turning either side all night. But apart from that, this week has been pretty good, besides the insane heat. I have had a bit of baby brain this week, but then I did read in the What to Expect app that the brain cell volume actually decreases in the third trimester. So thanks, hormones. It's not made up. We actually do have baby brain. So I feel a little bit better about that. I went for a slow hike this morning, which was really nice. We went up to Mount Tamborine on the Gold Coast, which is beautiful scenery, and we just took it easy. I've done the hike quite a few times, so I knew what to expect, and I didn't push myself too hard, but it was really nice to get out and do a walk while the weather was a bit cooler this morning. So what I'm going to do, I don't know what gender I am having. Obviously, I'm guessing all the time. So what I want to do next week is film a video trying to guess my baby's gender by using old wives' tales. So I would love if you have an old wives' tale or, something superstitious that you believe tells you the gender of the baby. If you could please pop it down in the comments so that on my next video, I can do trying to guess my baby's gender with old wives' tales And if you have something to add to it, that would be great, because I'm trying to find as many as possible. Obviously, you're not going to find out the gender of my baby, or I'm not going to find out the gender of my baby until it's born, but I just thought it would be a fun little exercise to look back on once the baby is born. So that would be great. If you could drop a comment telling me your old wives' tale, or one that your mum has, that would be awesome. Thank you for watching. I am literally melting, but I will give you a quick bump update. So this is week 29 today, but week 28. This is my belly. Like I said, feeling good, just hot and sweaty. So thank you for joining me, and I will be back next week with my gender video and then my recap of week 29. Thank you for watching. See you guys.